They say that faith isn't faith until it's all you're holding on to. And 3 years ago, that was literally all I was holding on to. 6 weeks after running my best time in a half marathon, I was given a very shocking and dire diagnosis of extremely rare type of cervical cancer and told that it had already metastasized to my liver and given a less than 1% chance of survival. So literally went from being in the prime of my life to the fight of my life overnight. As impossible as it seemed in those moments, the just sheer terror of facing my own mortality and having such staggering odds placed before me, there was just this knowing inside of me that started to emerge that I was being called to step out and to trust. But I started to realize that, all the scene was awful. It was quite awful. And yet we're taught to go through life, kind of responding to that. And I saw this as a call to the unseen. And so as my physical journey unfolded, so too did this very spiritual inner journey come up and emerge along beside it. The only thing I had control over and the way through this was my mind and my heart. The doctors were going to do what they were going to do, and I was certainly going to be a willing and active participant. But while they did their work, I was going to do mine. And so things like, of course, prayer, meditation, affirmations, visualizations, anything to leverage this divine tool that I had in this space where was provided, where I needed to get really quiet and with myself and with God and figure it out. And it was clear that I was being given that opportunity. This past October, the National Bone Marrow Registry has a Be the One run, and it was the first time that they were in Atlanta. And so Northside Hospital, which is where I had my treatments done, was a big sponsor. And so we decided to run it. And I don't know if you can see that, but there are a bunch of guys in the back because God decided to show up and show out, and I was the first female to finish that day. So thanks. Thank you. I just was so proud that people could see that you don't have to walk around with a limp and be maimed afterwards, and that there is life after something like this, and that this is why you go through something like that, is to live, and to live big and bold. And one of the things that I have on my website is, love harder and live bolder. And that's what it's all about, and it's so easy to get kind of caught up in life, but something like this, stops you in your tracks. Everything just falls away and in perfect order. And I think that's the whole point to things like this. The truth is, we all go through things, and it's my firm belief and knowing that, we can all use the stories of our lives and the challenges of our lives to be inspirations to others, because we've all survived something, big or small. We saw a mountain move, there's just no doubt about it, and I know for a fact and forever am changed by the knowing that absolutely nothing is impossible.